The Young and the Restless spoilers. Thursday, September 5, Kyle confesses to Claire Lily's alarming news. Victor scores intel. Katie's crisis for Billy. Sharon spies on Nick and Phyllis. Sharon puts Phyllis back in a coma. 2 anniversary episodes collide. Greetings to all Young and the Restless fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Thursday, September 5, Kyle confesses to Claire Lily's alarming news. Victor scores intel. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, September 5, reveal that Lily Winters will sound the alarm to Jack Abbott and leave him quite concerned. It looks like Lily will rant about power-hungry Billy Abbott ousting her before insisting that he's going to run Abbott Chancellor into the ground if no one stops him. Lily may warn that Billy is going to drag Jack's family name down with him and make Jack worry about his brother going off the rails. Billy may even pull some new stunt that gives Jack extra reasons to fret about the road he's on. In the meantime, Young and the Restless spoilers say Nikki Newman will pass along some Billy-related intel that'll prove useful to Victor Newman. It'll help Victor as he prepares for Billy's takedown. But what about the deal Lily offered? Lily wants to run Chancellor again in exchange for showing him Billy's weak spots. But Victor has already promised Nikki that she can run the company following the takeover. However, there might be some room for compromise if Nikki agrees to share power or Lily's willing to be her right-hand woman. Whatever the case, Victor may talk to Nikki about Lily's proposal and the best way to handle all this. Over with Kyle Abbott, he'll push for a discussion with Claire Grace and confess something. Kyle may admit that Victor pushed him to start looking for nanny replacements since he wants Claire back at the Newman Empire. Perhaps Kyle will offer a reminder about how much Harrison Abbott adores Claire before acknowledging that Victor probably isn't going to let this go. Of course, Kyle may also argue that Claire has to be in charge of her own future, especially after all the years she spent under Jordan's control. Since there's clearly a spark between Kyle and Claire, that may be something that comes up sooner or later. Claire has been adamant about not pursuing any kind of romance with her boss, but that obstacle will be out of the way if she goes to work for Victor. Kyle and Claire indeed have a new relationship on the horizon, so we'll bring you predictions on whether love will truly bloom. The Young and the Restless Wednesday, September 4 recap. Katie's crisis for Billy. Sharon spies on Nick and Phyllis. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Wednesday, September 4, reveals that Chance Chancellor will head to the park and meet up with Summer Newman, who'll feel like her life is falling into place thanks to her boyfriend and all his great advice. Chance will also give Summer updates on Billy Abbott firing Lily Winters and becoming a megalomaniac. It'll leave Chance hinting about a risky and radical strategy, but Summer will think maybe that's exactly what's needed to handle Billy. At the office, Billy will bark out orders on a bunch of phone calls before Katie Abbott arrives for a lunch date that he clearly forgot about. Katie will offer to do it another day, but she'll be relieved when Billy makes time for her since she's got a major problem. At Society, Katie will tell Billy that she's the best player on her field hockey team, but she'll be unsure of how to convince the other players she should be the captain. When Billy keeps answering his phone every few seconds, Katie will get annoyed over the company coming first. However, Billy will act like he's doing all this for Katie and Johnny Abbott's family legacy. Once Billy finally shuts his phone off, he'll give Katie some good guidance and end their lunch on a positive note. Later, Chance will meet with Billy, who'll wonder if Chance is going to apologize for his part in their earlier confrontation. Instead, Chance will want to make things clear to Billy and will seem stern about it. At Crimson Lights, Lucy Romolotti will give Daniel Romolotti Jr. and Heather Stevens an attitude following her release from the hospital. Lucy will push for news on her punishment since the suspense will be driving her crazy. In addition to speaking with a therapist, Heather and Daniel will want Lucy to suffer the consequences that she would have faced if she'd been formally charged for her actions. Lucy will complain about the hefty fine and community service she has to do. Daniel and Heather will also force Lucy to postpone taking the driver's education class she was planning to take soon. Once Summer arrives and assesses the situation on Wednesday's Young and the Restless episode, she'll privately suggest that Heather and Daniel are being too lenient. Since Lucy will seem more concerned about her punishment than her dangerous behavior, Summer will think she should write an apology letter to Faith Newman and her family. Daniel and Heather will agree with that idea, since it might help things sink in for Lucy. At the hospital, Sharon Newman will worry about Faith being stuck there longer than Lucy. It'll leave Sharon fearing that something is wrong, but Nick Newman will work to convince her that the doctors are probably just being extra cautious and ordering more tests due to Faith's kidney transplant. Phyllis Summers will show up with a teddy bear for Faith, but Sharon will give her dirty looks and try to send her on her way since Faith will be sleeping. Once Phyllis steps into the waiting area with Nick, she'll comfort him and touch his face tenderly, just in time for Sharon to witness it and seem unsettled. Faith will eventually wake up and realize Phyllis is there, so she'll have a chat with her. When Faith hopes Phyllis isn't mad about her causing the accident, Phyllis will sweetly insist no one is to blame. Sharon will overhear, so Cameron Kirsten will pop up and insist they both know someone is indeed to blame here. With that in mind, Cameron will contend that it's time for some real consequences to be faced. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon puts Phyllis back in a coma. 2 anniversary episodes collide. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Phyllis Summers could be in extreme danger now that Cameron Kirsten is pulling the strings of Sharon Newman's life. Cameron will continue to push Sharon down a horrible path that'll set the stage for a risky situation. As usual, Nick Newman will ride to Sharon's rescue and do his best to protect her. However, it may be Nick's other ex who needs help most of all. Fall preview spoilers indicate that Sharon will land in a terrible predicament that also involves Phyllis. Since both Sharon Case and Michelle Stafford have 30th anniversary episodes coming up, those special shows could easily collide in one epic storyline. What if history repeats itself with a Sharon and Phyllis confrontation on the stairs? Could fans see a redo of Phyllis taking a tumble and landing back in a coma, just like what happened in 2013? It'd be a great nod to Young and the Restless history and seems like the perfect way to set the stage for these anniversary episodes. Sharon might remember her rivalry with Phyllis over the years before Cameron drives her over the edge, leading to Phyllis' fall and comatose status. Later, Phyllis' loved ones could gather by her bedside and share memories as they urge her to come back to them. Perhaps Phyllis could have an out-of-body experience as well to give Stafford a chance to shine beyond Phyllis' hospital bed. Of course, Phyllis' ordeal could affect plenty of other characters on canvas. Nick might feel guilty for not being able to save Phyllis, and even Jack Abbott could find himself reflecting on his former relationship with Red. Plus, we know Summer Newman will take another look at her true feelings for Kyle Abbott this autumn. Kyle and Claire Newman have a new romance coming up, but that may not stop him from drifting towards Summer again, especially if she's distraught over comatose Phyllis. All the Phyllis turmoil might even convince Kyle to patch things up with Diane Jenkins Abbott and make the most of their relationship, since he's lucky enough to have his mom back in his life. Bottom line, there are some excellent reasons for Phyllis to face another coma, so stick with us for more predictions on her potential hospitalization and updates on Sharon's role in the drama. The Young and the Restless spoilers say awful news could be brewing for Phyllis any way you slice it, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.